I really don't know how I should film this. And give me a second. Am I even in focus? No. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. I saw Katie's reading doing this, and I also saw Rachel do this, so I just knew I had to hop on it. I had to try it out for myself, and I just really wanted to do kind of a video to get started with the end of the year stuff, so I figured this video would be like the perfect video for that. So I have a big stack of books right here to talk about, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with it. So the first question of this tag is, are there any books you need to finish by the end of the year? And I actually have 2 books. I only thought I had the one, but then I looked at my bookshelf and I was like, I do have 2 of them. The first one is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. I have been reading this book since October. It is now like November 18th whenever I'm filming this. I'm about like 40% of the way through this book. I actually ended up buying it on my Kindle because I figured it would help me read it faster. It did. I did read a lot more once I got it on my Kindle, just because like whenever I want to read this book, I always want to read it at night whenever I'm about to go to bed. It's just such a big book. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Twilight. It is my favorite book series. It's my favorite movie series, but this book is just so thick. Like, it's literally, I think it's about 800 pages. I love it. I really do like being in Edward's head. I really like getting his perspective of what happened, but it's just so long. That's my only problem with it, is that it's just so big. It's 800 pages and it's just a lot. Yeah, that's the only reason why I haven't finished it yet, but I am trying to finish it by the end of the year, especially because I did buy it on my Kindle. So not only did I buy it paperback, I bought it again. So I need to finish it. And then the second book that I want to finish before the end of the year is Trapped with You by Marzi Opal. I've read this book already twice this year. It is one of my favorite books. I do really enjoy this book, and I've always read it on my Kindle, but I finally bought the paperback, and the only reason why I want to finish it before the end of the year is because I'm annotating it. So I do want to go ahead and get that done whenever I can. I'm really not that far into it. I'm only 43 pages into it, but then I decided that I wanted to pick up like a different book, so that's the reason why I put it down. It is about these 2 characters, Ella and Cade. They go to the same high school. It is a second chance romance. Ella's a cheerleader, Cade is a hockey player, and at this high school that they go to, they have this initiation night for all the new cheerleaders and hockey players. So like a cheerleader and a hockey player will team up together, or like 2 cheerleaders, 2 hockey players, whatever, and you have to complete like this dare, I think they call it, in that night. So they go after hours to the school, and Ella and Cade, they had broken up 3 months before, but now they're paired together on this night, and you get flashbacks of like when they were dating, how they begun dating, and then you get the now, which is them 2 in this high school, like trapped together and trying to figure out how to get out. And it's really cool because not only do you get these 2 characters, but you also get like kind of the beginning love story of like another person, and you get a lot of drama and a lot of mystery in it, which is something that I really enjoyed. So yeah, I really love this book, and it's just such an interesting concept, and I've been reading this author since she was on Wattpad, so I had to buy her book finally because I've already read it twice on Kindle. And then the next question is, do you have an audible book to transition into the end of the year? So kind of like no, but also yes. I looked at my bookshelf and I was like, this would fit this category, but also this, and so I decided to go with this book, and that is The Ninth House by Leah Bardugo. This is a mystery. I don't think it's like a thriller, I just think it's like a mystery, and look at this cover, isn't it so beautiful? So this book kind of has like a magical element to it. It is about this girl Galaxy, Alex Stern. She is in the Yale freshman class, and she went through this like unsolved crime, but she's hoping for like a fresh start as she goes into Yale, and she gets invited to the secret society of Yale. But with this secret society, I think it has like a magical element, and now that there's a murder on campus, Alex is trying to figure it out. The societies are really evil from what I understand, and they tamper with forbidden magic, they raise the dead, and sometimes they prey on the living. I don't really read a lot of mysteries. I also don't know if this has like a romance aspect to it, because I do love a good romance, of course, but I'm trying to branch out into like other stuff. But this is like the first mystery kind of book that really like grabbed my attention. I'm really excited. It's like dark academia, that's kind of why I chose it. Magical elements, a little bit of fantasy, but like realism fantasy, yeah. The third question is there a new release you're still waiting for? I had to really think about this one because I really wasn't sure, but then I remembered that Sophie Lark is coming out with a new book December 6th, and that is Anastasia, however you pronounce it. I call it both. I like go between both of them. I don't think that there's like a plot summary out yet by the time I'm filming this video, but how she describes it is a dark magical romance based off the movie but a different ending. So I'm really excited. I have actually never seen the movie. I've seen bits and pieces. I kind of know what it's about. I know it's about like a girl who finds out that she's like a long lost princess or something. I know it's like supposed to be based in Russia. Not the movie, but I think the book. I don't know. I really don't know anything about this. So I may need to watch the movie before I pick up this book. But I am really excited to read this book. The cover is beautiful. The artwork that I've seen of it is really amazing. I know she's been hyping this book up for so long, and I'm definitely going to get my hands on it. I'm so excited. Also, I had like the kind of extended version of this tag that Rachel made, Rachel Catherine. So I will link her video down in the description box if you guys want to go check it out. But the first question that I have is, what are 3 books you still want to read by the end of the year? So the first one is kind of 3 books in itself, but it is a series, and I want to finish the Shadow Me series. I'm currently on Restore Me, which is getting so freaking good. And then I have Defy Me left and Imagine Me and the respective novellas for these. But these are the books that I have left that I really want to finish by the end of the year, and hopefully I really think I'll be able to. I really think so because I have like the whole month of December to read pretty much once finals are done by the end of November. So I'm really excited for that. These are already 3 books, but we're counting as one because it's a series. But the second one that I have is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. I feel like I'm so late to hop on this trend. I don't know if it's like a high fantasy. In my mind, it's a pretty high fantasy because you're thrown into like this world where there's like, it has its own politics, it has its own people, and like its own system for society. So to me, this is kind of like high fantasy. I don't know if it actually is. It is a fantasy book. It's about this girl, Feyre. She gets taken by Tamlin to this Fey world. He's like a high Fey lord, and she's just a regular kind of girl. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I have all of them. There's A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, Rings and Ruin, Frost and Starlight, and then what's the newest one? And then I have the newest one as well. But my main goal is to read this one by the end of the year, just the first one, because I think that would be great. You know, just to kind of get started on it so I can continue reading it in the new year. And then the third book that I have is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. It is, I believe, a second chance romance, but like a lot of drama. It's based in London, but in a private or boarding school or something like that. I've heard it's a lot of drama. I've heard that a lot of people don't like it because of just the amount of drama that's in it. Me personally, I love drama in books because it's very entertaining. It's not supposed to be realistic, so I love books like this. This is on my list to read at least the first one. I believe it's 3 books and a 4th one is coming out soon from what I've heard. So it's Magnolia Parks, Daisy Hates, and Magnolia Parks Long Way Home. Daisy Hates is like the same book, but her friend, and it's her friend's romance, but it's happening at the same time stuff is happening in here. From what I've heard, I don't actually know. And the cover just, it's beautiful. I talk about it every single time, but it deserves recognition every single time. Those are the 3 books I want to read before the end of the year. I'm not saying I'm gonna finish like the other 2 book series, but I definitely want to start them. So the 5th question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I want to say Magnolia Parks again. That's kind of what I wrote on here. I believe Magnolia Parks may be a favorite of mine. I don't know. As I said, a lot of people say they hate it because of the drama, but I personally love the drama. Maybe that book will be a favorite of the year. I don't know, because my top 3 books of this year are they haven't moved since I've read them, and I've read a lot of books since then, so we'll see. And then the last question number 6, is have you already started making reading plans for 2023? And the short answer is no, but the long answer is no. But I know I want to read the Sarah J Maas books, and I know I want to read Cassandra Clare's books. I have The Mortal Instruments and The Infernal Devices, and I definitely want to read those in 2023. So those are the only reading plans that I have, but that's about it. So that is all the questions for this video, and those are the books that I have to share with you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you kind of got maybe a recommendation or maybe some ideas for books that you want to read either by the end of the year or in 2023. I just thought it'd be fun to do a sit down chit chat type of video with you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and leave a like and comment down below a book that you want to read by the end of 2022 or that's on your TBR for 2023, whichever one that you want to answer. And I will see you guys all in my next video. I love you all, and goodbye.